Hi guys, John here from Optics Warehouse. So today we're going to be looking at one of our frequently asked questions, and that is, what does the objective size do, or what objective size do I need for the discipline of shooting that I'm doing? So what we're going to do, we're going to start with a smaller objective and we're going to work our way up through. There will be a little bit of back and forth through it, but obviously just bear with us through this. So we're going to, for example, take this Vortex Viper PST. Obviously, as you can see, the objective on it is rather small. It's a 24mm objective lens in there. Obviously, you can see a slight raise there. It's a 30mm tube, but it's one, stop the mount sliding off, and two, just gives you a stop of where you need to mount it to. So what does the 24mm actually do? Obviously, the most common thing is you need a large objective to get the light through. So why is a scope that's 600 plus pound only got a 24mm objective? Well, one, the glass quality in there, it doesn't need so much of a big objective to get the light through. The glass quality will allow that to pass through. The other section for this is, it's a really low magnification scope. So this particular model is a 1:6. So because the exit pupil size is quite large due to the small magnification, you're not trying to get a huge amount of light down a really tiny hole. Obviously, it's going to have quite an open path going through it. And you can tell this on the exit pupil size. If you spin the scope around this way and you look down the scope from this end, you'll see between, say, the 1 times I've got it on now, and as I turn that mag up, you'll see that gets smaller and smaller. And it almost makes it look like it's getting further away. So that denotes your exit pupil size, and you can see a visual example of what's happening there. So if I, for example, go onto my Delta Striker, which is 5 to 50 mag, as soon as you turn it up to the 50 mag and you're looking through that way, the exit pupil goes down to a really, really small hole, which is around about 1mm. Good thing about that is it stops parallax error. But as I say, we'll get onto that in a minute. So coming back to this one, you can obviously see here, I've got the Hawk Touch here. So if I turn that towards the camera, it doesn't look a huge amount of difference in sizes between them. But obviously, as I say, this is a 24mm and this other one is a 32mm. So where does that difference then come from? So you've got slightly cheaper glass in this, obviously being Chinese. With the lens size there, the 32mm, you're not going to get much difference in brightness between the two scopes. Another reason for this, the magnification is slightly larger on this one. So although you've got a larger objective, you've then got a 3 to 12 times magnification to cope with. You then have, why has this scope not got a 40mm objective or larger? Well, it's got 32 because one, it does help with parallax error, which for your hunting or if your hunter field target is going to come in really handy. Along with that, the smaller the objective, the greater the depth of field is. So it will allow you to see much greater distances without having to touch parallax. So obviously with that, once again, for hunter field target or your general hunting situations, it allows for a much faster shot to be placed and allows you to see that bit further, that little bit more clearly. So once again, with that, we're now going to move from the 32mm up to a 44. Now you can see there is a real difference coming along now. Both of these now have the same sort of shape starting, so you can see where it expands out there for the objective. So with this 44mm, that is probably one of the most popular size scopes you're going to find. So it's a happy medium of mount height for keeping the scope nice and low to the barrel, while also giving you a good compromise of the amount of light that comes through the scope itself. So with the 44mm objective, that gives you quite a wide field of view, a nice amount of light coming through, and as I say, while being able to keep the scope nice and close to the barrel, which is what you're looking to aim for with most long range rigs or for, once again, your general hunting. So with that, this one is now based on a 34mm tube. So it looks, as I say, with this one being a 30, this now goes 34. The scopes don't look particularly much larger than each other. That's because that gives you the perception of the objective being smaller because the tube is larger. Obviously with that, that then allows more light because you are going up in tube diameter, but we're not looking at that today, as I say, we are just looking at the objective. So being a Leupold M6, the glass in this one is going to be superior. So if you put this next to a 44mm Philippines or Chinese glass scope, once again, you're probably going to find the optics in this are brighter. That's not due to the objective size, that's due to the fact of the glass quality that's in there. But then if you compare a Leupold with the 44mm objective to a Leupold with a 32, and then you go up to a 56, on the same magnification settings, it's going to all give you different image qualities of brightness. So the 56 is going to be brighter, 44 is going to be a happy medium, and 32 is going to be a less bright image. But obviously, as I say, with that compromise, the 56 is a shallower depth of field. The 44, once again, is a happy medium, and the 32 gives you a great deal more depth of field in there. So finally, we're going to move on to this IOR here, which is the 16 by 56. As you can see here, the objective lens between the two, it is much larger. So with that, combined with the German shot glass in here, it gives you a superior brightness of image. So that what that then allows you to do is shoot that bit extra time dusk and dawn. And because of that, that then means for a hunting scope, you definitely need to go for larger objectives, especially with your lower magnification. If you're then going to be using it at the range, that's when you've got to start thinking of, do I need that extra bit of light, depending on your magnification range you're shooting at. And then that then comes into it going up your magnification range. If you're going to look at anything with 20 times and above magnification, realistically you're going to want a 56 or 60mm objective to get that light down when you're turning that mag right up. And that's going to give you the image quality that you need to shoot that higher magnification. So 56mm, why is it so popular? Why is it not 60mm? So 56mm, that allows you a good combination of brightness coming into the scope with the light that it can gather, and also mount height. So most scopes with 56mm, you're looking on a general hunting rig, you can get away, once you put a Picatinny rail on there, with a set of medium rings. In some cases with a heavier barrel, you're going to be highs, but that will allow you to keep the scope nice and close to the barrel while also giving you the maximum light transmission you can get. So, in regards to that, as I say, if you're going to be using a general hunting scope and you're going to be low mag on that, you're going to want 56mm. If you're going to be using as a target based orientation and you're going to be boosting that mag a little bit and you're going to be crossing over between hunting and target use, the 44mm is great. If you've got tactical type use or close range shooting, or you need that extreme depth of field, that's when you're going to go for a 32 or a 24mm type objective. Obviously that rounds up what size objective lens would work best, in our opinion, for your chosen sport or discipline. So if there's anything you'd like to know more or any more in depth, please feel free to give us a message, give us a call, and thanks for watching.